most of those fools, but who is that overweight, bald, middle-aged white dude in the middle of those beautiful old women?
This is the most disruptive team in history, and here's why it matters to American manufacturers and automation companies. For decades, we've watched our industry shut down. Our manufacturing jobs get shipped overseas, and our industries fall into the hands of foreign competitors. We've seen the government grow bloated, inefficient, and disconnected from the very people it's supposed to serve. But now, something different's happening. This isn't just about politics, it's about the future of American industry, American workers, and American strength. Trump's new cabinet is filled with some of the most powerful, controversial, and fascinating people in modern history. And whether you love them or hate them, they're making moves that demand attention. I'm about to break down exactly why I believe this team could be the most impactful, disruptive, and game-changing administration we've seen in decades. Please watch this with an open mind. By the end, you might just see things a little bit differently. Tulsi Gabbard, the warrior of truth, director of national intelligence. Tulsi Gabbard is a decorated war veteran, a woman who served on the front lines, not only in battle, but in Congress, fighting for what she believes in. Elected to the Hawaii state legislature at just 21 years old, when it comes to American jobs, she has made it clear, and I quote, "The American people deserve leadership that prioritizes our own workers, not endless foreign entanglements. America has spent too long losing its industries to overseas competition. Tulsi understands the need for national strength, not just defense, but manufacturing, technology, and trade." Elon Musk, the industrial shaman, co-lead of the Department of Government Efficiency, and Donald Trump's instrument of destruction against bloated, out-of-control spending. For years, I despised Elon. In 2016, we had an amazing opportunity to supply over 100 robot and controls engineers for his new factory. And after many hours of quoting and negotiating, they came back to us and wanted huge discounts because their company was saving the world and that I should be willing to take a loss or reduce the pay of my engineers to make sure their company was a success. I'll never forgive him for that. But in the years since, I've come to respect Elon. I want to understand how he manifests anything that he wants. He's like an industrial shaman that just manifests factories. He once said, "The factory is a machine that builds the machine." This is the mentality that we need to bring back to America. We don't just need more manufacturing jobs, we need to lead the world in automation, robotics, and innovation. Love him or hate him, he makes the impossible happen. And now in control of Doge, I'm excited to see what he can do when given the tools of government. Donald Trump, the fighter for American industry, President of the United States. I voted for President Trump in his first term, and by the time he left office, I regretted it deeply. I absolutely despise his reaction to COVID. Operation Warp Speed was the worst thing that ever happened to America's health. Fast tracking a vaccine, that's just a horrible idea, and it didn't work out for anybody. Giving Fauci unchecked authority was the dumbest thing any politician's ever done. It destroyed the American economy and it hurt almost every citizen, mentally, physically, and financially. My last negative rant on Trump was his lack of action when private companies started mandating vaccines. I will never forgive him or the companies who put those mandates on their employees. Carhartt, you broke my heart. I will never buy anything from you again. But with that being said, I voted for President Trump this time again. I was leaning towards Vivek or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. until President Trump got shot. After the shooting, all that President Trump spoke about was patriotism, the American worker, and reshoring American manufacturing. His words were exactly what I wanted to hear. Tariffs on goods made overseas by slave labor, cutting foreign aid, and reducing government spending. These are common sense moves to protect our economy, our workforce, and our future. Once President Trump started aligning with Robert F. Kennedy on healthcare and Vivek on spending, I was sold. I was now getting everything that I wanted in one package at the same time. I am 100% confident that I made the right decision when I voted for Trump this time around. Pete Hegseth, the Warrior Secretary, Secretary of Defense. Pete is a decorated war veteran, but more than that, he's a man who truly respects the people who have served. The military-industrial complex has made defense a profit-driven industry instead of a strategic necessity. Pete understands that national security starts with a strong economy, strong manufacturing, and strong infrastructure. He has fought for veterans' rights, military reform, and restoring patriotism. With him in charge, I expect to see a military that's leaner, meaner, and more focused on protecting America's interests. Robert F. Kennedy, the health warrior, Secretary of Health and Human Services. If you ask me, America's biggest crisis isn't inflation, immigration, or crime. It's our health. RFK Jr. has spent his entire career fighting against corporate corruption, particularly Big Pharma. He once said, "We must prioritize the health of our citizens, which includes ensuring that they have access to good jobs in a clean environment." The pharmaceutical industry has too much influence over our laws, and RFK Jr. is one of the few people brave enough to fight back. J.D. Vance, Vice President of the United States. I don't know where this guy came from, but I think he's great. Like myself, he did not always support President Trump, and his Midwest values are solid. I am excited to see what he can accomplish, but I have not seen anything substantial yet. I believe it's still early for J.D. Vance, and I have the confidence that he will do a great job for the American economy and the American people. Caroline Leavitt, every man's favorite White House press secretary ever. Caroline is without doubt the most entertaining press secretary we've ever had. But she's more than just good TV. She's sharp, quick, and relentless. She knows how to handle the media circus. And more importantly, she fights for the American worker. When the press twists the truth, she pushes back and supports America first. And that alone is worth celebrating. Russell Vought, the author of the Project 25 plan, just sworn in last night after a Senate vote. He believes the president has expansive authority. Last year, in a secret meeting in which he did not know he was being recorded, he spoke of his desire to crush the deep state. I am excited to see if he succeeds. Final thoughts. Why this team matters to American manufacturers and skilled workers. America needs strength. We need a government that serves the people, not corporations or foreign interests. We need to remove all lobbyists from DC, and we must end all corporate influence in politics. This team, whether you love them or hate them, is going to shake things up in a way that we've never seen. I wish someone on the team was talking more about American small businesses, igniting the professional gig economy, and the efficient use of professional labor. I wish that someone was focused on automation and robotics. I want to hear from you. What do you think about this cabinet? Who's your favorite and who do you have concerns about? Please leave your comments below. Thank you very much for your time. It's going to be a wonderful weekend.